Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. The news keeps rolling in, and first I wanted to show you this. I thought this was really cool. This is from Nathan Crake, who's a guy, I think I just started following him because I saw that he copied me on this on Twitter, and he's at the True NDK, and he tweeted me this article right here. If I can pull this up. This is a CoinDesk article, and it is about how someone has just established a Bitcoin treasure hunt, and it's called Satoshi's Treasure. Satoshi's Treasure is a global puzzle with a $1 million Bitcoin prize, and it says a new alternative reality game called Satoshi's Treasure has hidden the keys to $1 million worth of Bitcoin across the globe, forcing players to collaborate and improvise. A lot of people have joked we're doing the Bitcoin version of Ready Player One. Primitive Ventures co-founder Eric Meltzer, the game's co-creator, told CoinDesk the game is going to have a leaderboard to show which teams have the most keys. Revealed exclusively to CoinDesk, the keys to this Bitcoin wallet were divided into 1,000 fragments, requiring a minimum of 400 key fragments to move the funds. Players can collect and unravel the clues any way they want, even selling leads if they choose. Metzer himself donated a significant portion of the Bitcoin loot, with unnamed angel investors capping it off. The game itself has no rules. He says, forget about the rules, just go play. Meltzer said, adding that so far more than 6,000 people have signed up for the game mailing list for key updates. So I went and looked at the website, and the website is called, for those of you that want to go check this out, it's at satoshistreasure.xyz. That's SATOSHISTREASURE.xyz is where you can find this website, and then you can go and enter your email and your phone and subscribe, and then they're going to email you the keys. I'm going to subscribe to this myself in a little bit. May use this as my screenshot, as a thumbnail for this video. I hadn't decided yet. Okay, then I got this from X-Men XRP at XRP33. Give him a follow, and he sent this. Cryptocurrency bubbles will disappear as security tokens go mainstream, says Vinny Lingham. And I'll read you a couple of things from this. Lingham highlighted the individual nature of the dot-com bubble while referencing the multiplicity of cryptocurrency bubbles that have caused various ripples in the coin market. As security tokens enter the mainstream, crypto bubbles will disappear, he said. His tweet read, crypto has had many bubbles already, but as the industry moves toward things like security tokens that have yield curves, bubbles are unlikely to form in those sub-asset classes. And then let's see if there was anything else. I think that was about it that I wanted you to get out of that. But I don't believe that he's correct on this personally. I believe bubbles are a natural consequence of the human greed factor. And I think that no matter what the new thing is, whether it's .com, whatever the nature of it is, you'll have greed, you'll have bubbles blow up, and then you'll have them deflated, and then it'll take a while for people to come back in, and then it'll happen all over again. I think that's the nature of humans. Wall Street, everyone gets greedy at some point, and things get ridiculous, just like they did with mortgages in the financial crisis. It happens over and over and over again. It happened with the Great Depression, the Roaring Twenties. It happens over and over and over. This is not something that's going away. That's what drives me crazy about these governments who actually create the bubbles oftentimes, that they think that they can somehow keep bubbles from happening. If you let a free market go, as a natural consequence of human nature, you're going to have bubbles, and then you're going to have bubbles burst, and then you're going to have them again. That's the way the world works. It's the way human emotions work. Greed takes over at some point, and things get overbought, and then it blows up. Okay, there's my lecture on that. Okay, and then this was also from Nathan Craik, the true NDK. This is cool right here. This shows you where things are going. And I can tell you this, there's a lot of crooked politicians out there that are not going to like this. The voting process has been transparent and historic. For the first time in South Australian government history, blockchain technology was used for the voting process. So this is an article about how they used blockchain, and they were able to ensure that it was a fair process by using blockchain for voting. This will be a huge thing that has changed as a result of blockchain. Okay, next from Sergeant Obi-Wan, and this too is huge. Listen to this. Nestle, Carrefour worked with IBM to track mashed potato brand with blockchain via Cointelegraph. Awesome, at the click of a button, you will be able to see which farm was used, where it was packaged, and quality control. Now just imagine, folks, all of the things that you buy, especially people that are very conscious of what they're eating and whether it's organic and different things like that. Imagine a world where you're able to instantly see on the blockchain the chain of events where your groceries came from and what goes on and all of that. It's really an amazing thing when you really stop and think about it, and think about all the industries that is going to revolutionize, all on the blockchain. Okay, and then from XRP Darren, this is good. Now this guy, for those of you that don't follow him, he's a definite follow. He's at Fame21 More. I see a lot of he's a really smart guy. I see a lot of really good posts by him, and I probably don't cover him as much as I should. But here's one example of something he put up. This is from Zero Hedge, and it says Bitcoin tumbled to exactly 5,000 before bouncing. Nope, no algos here at all. And they're just basically talking about how obvious the manipulation is, because Bitcoin bounced off of exactly 5,000. It says, of course, when this occurs in the equity market space, as long as the price goes up, no one worries. But it says, as Bloomberg concludes, the study is the latest red flag in a market that has been beset by allegations of manipulation since its onset a decade ago, including a recent report that said nearly 90% of exchange volume was suspect. So there is manipulation that's going on in the crypto market. Make no mistake. I believe as Wall Street comes in and we have larger and larger amounts of money flowing into the crypto space, this will all be a non-issue over time. But in the short run, but let me say this while we're on that topic. This is one of the things in being an early investor in something like this. This is one of the things that a lot of people are too risk averse to deal with. But that being willing to accept that risk here in the short run is a big part of what gives you the potential of thousands of % returns. Without things like this, you don't have those kinds of upsides, because this takes big boy pants. If you can't put your big boy pants on, you have no business in crypto. And as C3 Nick says, you don't deserve the thousands of % returns if you can't stomach the 90-95% downturns. That's not the way the world works. You have to be willing to put your big boy pants on and deal with those kind of downs that a lot of people couldn't stomach, in order to one day wake up and see thousands of % gains. It happens. It's happened to me. Okay. I just never have sold and do not plan on selling anytime soon. Okay, from Eric. Now look, this is fascinating, folks. What's going on with the delisting of Bitcoin SV? We're seeing it left and right now. Okay, this is Eric Voorhees. We stand with Binance and CZ's sentiments. We've decided to delist Bitcoin SV from Shapeshift. within 48 hours. Wow, 48 hours. Then this from BitFi, the BitFi announcement, management has decided to remove BSV from the BitFi wallet. And then from Kraken Exchange, should Kraken delist Bitcoin SV? 75%. Yes, it's toxic. And then there's this. Tyler Winklevoss tweets this just in. Gemini never listed BSV in the first place. And I couldn't resist, folks. I said, I can promise you that adding XRP will be a much better business decision than not adding BSV. I just thought I had to say it. Okay, and so next, from the Winklevoss twins, they're optimistic for a new crypto market bull run wave, gold, Fidelity, and 2017 comparison. I just wanted to read a couple of things they said. When asked about the bull run of 2017, so 2017, we felt like, okay, we've seen this movie before, but each time the excitement gets ahead of itself, it tends to stabilize at a better floor than it was before. So instead of looking at 52-week highs, look at 52-week lows. And each of them is stepping up into the right direction. Now, the way we get there is kind of a wild ride in between. Boy, do I know. And then they say our view, at least with Bitcoin, is that it's digital gold. Bitcoin's market cap, I haven't checked today, but let's say it's $100 million. Then gold is at $7 trillion. If it's better than gold, it's got to get that high. And I'm with them on that. I agree. I think that even if it just takes, let's say it just took 10% of gold, that's going to be a high value in itself. But I believe it's going to be more like 50 to anywhere from 50% of gold to much more than gold, what gold has. And then Mike Novogratz recently said, I think of gold as a store of value. Bitcoin provides a really interesting alternative to gold. Forget the other stuff that might come out of it. Forget the two-layer solutions and payments and everything else. Just as its core, sovereignty should be expensive. And then the twins commented on Fidelity. I think it makes a lot of sense, Fidelity getting into crypto, and it's a smart move. The business case may not be there today, but it will be there tomorrow. And as these businesses work, getting there first is an adventure for sure. I think a lot of Wall Street got really close in 2017 and were about to take the plunge, but ended up backing away. I don't think he's right there. I don't think they ever backed away. I think they've been there all along. They've just been planning and plotting and making sure they're very careful because of the custody issue and the regulatory issues. All right, from the crypto, this is from the Crypto Reporter. He was replying to a Mr. B tweet up here, but I thought what he showed was interesting. He said, Mr. B was tweeting about how do you view CZ Binance delisting BSV. And this is kind of a pretty good answer to that. Just outside noise, irrelevant in the whole scheme of things. If you are serious about blockchain crypto, like NASA was serious about going to the moon, focus on complete ecosystems that offer advanced technology using functional programming and formal methods, Cardano. And then they show this chart. Cardano, blockchain 3.0 versus Bitcoin's 1.0 at best. Built to scientific academic standards, global team of engineers and scientists, interoperable, sustainable, scalable, provable, secure POS algorithm, academic peer review, Haskell programming, formal verification, quantum resistant, third-party audits, a new era of blockchain. Agreed. And finally, I wanted to show you this. This is from the people at Holo Island News. And they said, who's ready for their Holo port? And they've got a little commercial that they're running now for the Holo ports. And it goes like this. Let's see. They say it says Holo fans, and then they pull up Holochain Holo ports. Become a host, earn Holofuel. Folks, this is going to be huge. I'm about ready. I'm getting kind of antsy, and I want to go ahead and buy my Holo port. Anyway, I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for information, entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Tell your friends and family. Are they ready for a Holoport. Ask them. Thanks.